So everything must be explained, clear, patent, without doubt, na itong pera na ito, para ito sa ganito. Itong para na ito para sa eskwelahan, ito para sa agriculture. But you do not leave any item there vacant. Itong pera na ito blanco to be filled up later on. That is not allowed by law. And that budget already, I would like to remind Congress, mali ho yan. It's invalid. Please correct it. Para ka na, binigyan ka ng blanco check dyan, o sige, bahala ng ano ilagay ninyo. In the same manner, yung mga blanco-blanco dyan, whatever or whoever corresponds to that particular item is free to just fill up the amount. That is not by all commandments of the law. That cannot be valid, invalid, unenforceable. And kung na-implement na, it must be corrected and the money returned if already spent or corrected. You can all go to jail for that. At kung ano, ako ang binigyan ng trabaho to follow up these things and ganito ang lumabas, my God, you will all go to jail. Mabigat yan. Public document na yan. Pagkaputol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget for implementation as law.
I'd like to give the floor to Congressman Sibino.
Let me start with the procedure. When the President submits the budget to Congress, so it's usually submitted by the DBM to the House of Representatives because the budget emanates from the House of Representatives. Then pagdating sa House of Representatives, matanggap yung National Expenditure Program and the other documents, yung BASF, saka other related documents sa budget. Then dadaan yun sa first reading, second reading, third reading. So after it's approved on third reading, pupunta sa Senado. Pagdating naman sa Senado, the same procedure, first reading, second reading, and third reading. So usually, magkaiba yung naipasa ng lower house at saka upper house, yung ating lower house of Congress at saka Senate. Then whatever is the difference, i-harmonize yan sa pamamagitan ng isang tinatawag natin na bicameral conference committee. Yung bicameral conference committee naman, pagkatapos nila, gagawa yun sila ng bicameral conference committee report. Yung bicam report na yun, assuming okay na, pipirmahan nila yun at i-ratify ng both houses, ng Senate at saka House of Representatives. After the ratification, so lalabas na yung enrolled bill, pupunta na yun babalik sa Presidente. The President will sign the budget for it to become effective for the budget to operate the following year. Didiretso na lang ako, medyo mahaba kasi yung pag-usapan natin. Sa nakita ko kasi, may nakita akong maraming kulang sa BICAM report. Yung Bicameral Conference Committee report, pinirmahan kahit may mga nakikita tayong blanco. So far, ito yung nakikita ko na pages na kulang. Page SP 11, page SP 12, page SP 13, page SP 15, page SP 17, page SP 20, page SP 21, page SP 22, page SP 36, page SP 37, page SP 162, page SP 168, page SP 183. Mostly from the Department of Agriculture and on program appropriations. So let's go directly to the page SP 11 to SP 12. Pwede naman siguro i-flash ito sa ating screen, no? Naharap ko sa kasi Mayor, Mr. President, na maraming, at saka Harvey, maraming blanco. And these are not, I would say, ordinary figures because these figures will reach to billions of pesos. So, tingnan natin sa page SP 11 to SP 12. Line 49. After the acronym NIA, delete the amount in figures 74 billion 570 million 7 743,000 and replace with blank. Kita naman sa screen. Line number 52. After the acronym PCA, delete the amount in figures 889,065,000 and replace with blank. After the word total, delete the amount in figures 104,820,715,000 and replace with blank. At saka sa number 7, you will see the amount. Dito sa Bicameral Conference Committee report ito. NIA is blank, PCA is blank, total is blank. So maraming pages ito na ganito. Kung isa-isahin natin, I think 13 pages pa yung nakita ko na blanco at saka pakinainsan program appropriations. At saka may nakita din akong observation. Sa page SP11 of the BICAM report, it says that the Agricultural and Fisheries Modernization Program of 146,335,937,000. Klaro yun sa BICAM report. However, pagdating sa GAA, General Appropriations Act, ang lumabas na figure is only 126,728,221,000. Ang ibig sabihin, merong discrepancy. So, paano nagka-discrepancy? So, with all these findings, makikita natin na defective yung BICAM report. At bakit tinirmahan ng members? So, the House and the Senate ratified defective BICAM report. In other words, apektado yung ating GAA because BICAM report was defective. What was ratified by both houses are defective. Ang dami ko lang na blanco. That can be shown in the BICAM report at pirmado. So, yun ang aking nakikita na findings.
Thank you, Congressman Sid. Just before we get the input, the insights of President Duterte, just to refresh the timeline, this bicameral report was signed and ratified last December 11.
Yes, December 11, ang final meeting nila ng Bicameral Conference Committee report at pinirmahan ng members. And on the same day, December 11, the 222 pages Bicameral Conference Committee report was ratified by the Senate and the House. So both houses ratified it, and the enrolled bill was signed by the President December 30, 2024.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, especially for those Filipinos na, to put this na maintindihan nila, simply sir, kumbaga, there's this document, this BICAM report, na pinirmahan na may mga blanco pa na items.
Yes, makikita ito, nandito sa, ito yung copy ng, total copy ng Bicameral Conference Committee report. Nandito yung 222 pages, may mga vacant pages. I really don't know kung paano lumabas na may figure na pagdating sa GAA.
Okay, thank you po. Mr. President, sir, what's your comment on this particular issue?
Well, it for short sa exacting standard ng ating batas na lalo na money appropriations must appear the true and correct value kung anong gusto mong what will be the application for the money for public money. Pagka ganon, there's something terribly wrong. And as a matter of fact, I would say, kung may mga blanco yan lumusot, that is not a valid legislation. Kung nasa batas na yan, lumabas na yan ng blanco-blanco, either it could be filled up before or after sa Congress, pagka ganon, what must be submitted is the true and correct figure coming out as prepared by the budget submitted to Congress for appropriation. Pagka putol-putol yan o may kulang, that is not a valid budget for implementation as law. It's not only inaccurate, but I think the budget is in totality invalid. Hindi na pwedeng mag-blanco-blanco dyan sa pera ng tao. Ano ka man? It's people's money. Maglagay ka ng mga mga provisions, but without the true and correct items or money that will be appropriated by Congress, by the people owning the money. So everything must be explained, clear, patent, without doubt, na itong pera na ito, para ito sa ganito. Itong para na ito, para sa eskwelahan, ito para sa agriculture. But you do not leave any item there vacant. Itong pera na ito, blanco, to be filled up later on. That is not allowed by law. And that budget is already, I would like to remind Congress, mali ho yan. It's invalid. Please correct it. Or recall the budget and demand an explanation kung bakit dumating sa inyo yan na ganun kablangko. We are not, para ka binigyan ka ng blanco check dyan, o sige, bahala na kung anong ilagay ninyo. In the same manner, yung mga blanco dyan, whatever or whoever corresponds to that particular item is free to just fill up the amount. That is not by all commandments of the law. That cannot be valid, invalid, unenforceable. And kung na-implement na, it must be corrected and the money returned if already spent or corrected. And kung sino man ang ano niyan, they have to give us the explanation. Otherwise, sabihin ko sa mga Pilipino, huwag na kayong magbayad ng buwis ninyo. Ganun lang naman, pinagsasayang ito kumang na to, puro check-in na blanco, then they try to pass it as a law, and they are free to choose now the amount which they want to place. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang reserva nila, kung anong gusto na ilagay, sobra doon sa pera natin. It could be that the money is in the hands of the government now, or future appropriations, or reserva ba ito. If it does not clear anything, then that is invalid and not correct.
Thanks, sir. I'd like to get also your thoughts on this, this particular matter. Now the former president has said that this is outright invalid and unenforceable. So, what do you think on that?
So I fully agree with the President. Salita na si Pangulong Duterte na illegal yung 2025 budget. At tama yung sinabi ni Congressman C na ito ay napirmahan originally December 11 and the President was supposed to sign it December 20. Pero natulak ito ng December 30 at sinasabi nga nila na pag-aaralan daw dahil sinasabi ng Malacanang na ang Administrasyong Marcos ay been very prudent in programming and budgeting. But with this revelation now of Congressman Sid na pumirma ang Bicameral Conference Committee ng blankong final committee report, ito yung magpapasinungaling doon sa sinasabi na nagsagawa ng isang complete staff work at nagsagawa ng due diligence ang tanggapan ng Pangulo. Ang i-challenge ko lang siguro, Kong Sid, baka naman kasi sabihin ng mga miyembro ng BICAM Committee, yung blankong yan, meron kaming agreement dyan na i-fill upan na lang ng kanilang technical working group or secretariat. Pwede po ba yun?
Hindi yan pwede because, and I think it's in the BICAM report also, that we made an omnibus motion to allow the technical staff to make correction in cases of typographical, grammatical, or nasa omnibus motion, printing errors. So they are allowed to make necessary adjustments. So those are material and substantial items. Yung blank items, may figures na malalaki, hindi pwede yun. That can never be classified as typographical or grammatical or printing error.
Alam mo, yung nakikinig, baka hindi nyo alam yan, yung typographical, grammar or anything, that has nothing to do with what the intent of the law or Congress wants. No, you put anything there that is not the reflection of what Congress has passed or what is really the correct amount doon sa mga budget, i-jumble-jumble ninyo, that is falsification of law. Perjury yan or whatever, perjury, forgery, and it can only amount to one thing. Alam mo ano? Criminal action. You can all go to jail for that. At kung ano, ako ang binigyan ng trabaho to follow up these things and ganito ang lumabas, my God, you will all go to jail. Mabigat yan. public document na yan. So if it's different from what was really intended by Congress or was not really the true and accurate copy as passed by Congress, that is falsified or forgery. In which case, mamili ka lang, forgery, falsification, or jail. Alin dyan sa tatlo, papasok sa iyo.
Mr. President, bilang dating prosecutor, magaling abogado, dating can they argue that what they did nung blinangko, can they put up as in defense na there is a proper delegation ng kanilang duty sa kanilang secretariat o kaya sa kanilang technical working group na binigay nila na kayo na lang ang maglagay ng video at inaprubahan na namin in principle ang mga items dyan.
These are the things that cannot be delegated, especially the amounts. Hindi mo pwedeng biro-biro yan. It must be exact. Nandiyan pa lang sa Congress paglabas niyan, if the amount is 1 million, it's 1 million. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na kayo na mag-correct yan 1,200,000 or make the corresponding inaccuracies or sabihin mo yung anong pinag-usapan na dito after the law was passed. You cannot correct it by yourselves. It has go to the main body or to the person who has the authority to define and characterize the law. Kung ibigay mo yan dyan sa inyo, at most inyo is typographical error or maybe mistakes in spelling. But you cannot change the germane topic of the... That's not allowed by law. That's a very dangerous thing. Tinkering with itong batas natin. Because it could change, it could be serious and it could put the trouble in the system dito sa ating separate of powers ng Supreme Court, Judiciary, and the President. Bawal ho yan. Talagang hindi pwede yan. Baski na and or, bantayan ninyo yan. And or, iba yan. Hindi yan pwede na you just look up to the sky and you just try to discern if it was really the intent of siguraduhin mo doon sa records, makinig ka kung anong pinagsasabi ng mga lawmakers doon or what is the intent or what is really this spoken words. Mahirap kang kayo dito sa baba. You are not hindi naman ako minamaliit ko kayo. O dito kayo sa baba, aside from the lawmakers, do not pretend to know and do not pretend to guess what is right and what is wrong and what is true and what is false. Talagang accurate yan. Refer to the records, and if you cannot get it from kung hindi masyado klaro, then you listen to the recorded history doon sa Congress. Marami namang stenographic notes dyan eh. Hindi lang isang tao dyan. May stenographic notes ang Senate, the individual senator, and yung report ng Congress itself. You cannot do not say that you cannot go wrong. Hindi ka pwede sa'yo magkamali ka. There's so many records to refer to or get into what is really the accurate and true whatever it is that is to be placed there in the document, whether it is a law, resolution, or official document.